It is time for Kara's Cures. Did you make a New Year's resolution? Well, a lot of us are pretty good at making them, but maybe not so good at keeping them.
So you might want to evaluate what you're making for your resolutions. Jessie Asya Kanzer is an author with a fascinating backstory, and she's here to help us actually make some goals that are worthwhile. In fact, doing less is one of those goals. Jessie, welcome.
Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Caitlin, for having me. I'm so excited to kick off the new year with you guys because I do want to help people make resolutions that they can keep and do them in a more easeful way.
Yeah. Well, let's just talk about a little bit. You were certainly part of the doing culture. You came to America from Russia as a descendant of Holocaust survivors.
Wow.
You know, I'm sure you came from the, I got to survive, I got to do it. And you've since taken a sacred text, the Tao Te Ching, and you've learned that we actually do better by doing less.
Yes. You know, I tell this story in my book, Don't Just Sit There, Do Nothing, Healing, Chilling, and Living with the Tao Te Ching, because that is what I learned to do. And yes, I come from the Soviet Union, which is a very achievement-based culture. And I came here as a child. I was a neurotic immigrant, you can say. I had a lot of issues, both internally and externally, a lot of hurdles to overcome in order to create a life which I now love and am proud of. So my goal in Don't Just Sit There, Do Nothing is helping folks do the same by walking through their own stories, mining those stories for the lessons, and then kind of letting them go and creating yourself anew.
Okay. I feel like that sounds easier said than done for a lot of us who are always on the go. How can you help a lot of us who feel pressure to be busy all the time?
Absolutely. And I have a chapter called Manifestation, which is this spiritual dork's take on manifestation using the teachings of the Tao. And I like to break it up into a couple of steps because, as you said, it gets overwhelming. It's not that easy to just overhaul our lives and the way we've been doing things. So one of the things I tell people is, just create moments of stillness throughout your days. Just moments. Start with moments. You don't have to, I have a meditation practice. I've been doing this for many years. You could just start with a few deep breaths, deep inhales, long exhales, and that's all you need sometimes to reset yourself. But when it comes to our goals, so let's get back to resolutions, which I think so many people are at least thinking about. Step one for that is clarify and intend. And for that, don't just sit there, do nothing is very much an important part of it, because you have to block out those external voices, that noise, and connect with yourself to figure out even what it is that you really are yearning for. Not what your parents may have told you, not what society tells you, but what is it that you want to create or change in your life? You've got to create some moments of stillness to figure that out.
Yeah. So the first
and then
part
I say,
clarify. Yeah. Well, and
that's right.
The next part, I love what you say, embody it. And I want you to explain that if we want to be something that we see out in the world, we can really imagine. It's kind of like fake it till you make it, I guess, like walking the walk and,
totally.
and understanding it's going to be a learning process. But what do you mean by embody your goal?
Sure. And embody is really the bulk of this work. So first, yes, you clarify, you intend, you come up with like a positive statement. For example, I'm in a healthy, loving relationship. I am well, I am energized. But then how do you get from there, this wish, to actually having it? It's an important step to embody, which is actually challenging for a lot of us because we have not been playing pretend since we were kids, right? So like you said, fake it till you make it. What does this person who's already gotten their wish fulfilled, what does this person think like? What does this person feel? What does this person walk like and interact in the world? So create moments, create play for yourself where you get to walk in the shoes of this person, of this future you who already has all these things. So instead of thinking from the end, we're feeling from the end. You got to feel your way there sometimes, and blocks will come up, things will come up. I like to, keep notes, keep a journal, maybe jot it down, see what insights come up and what's standing in your way. And it's easier to see when you're playing as that person who already has what she wants.
And I know we're running out of time, but we're going to get to talk about this more on Kara's Cures on the app. But the step 3,
Sure.
which I love, is a little bit more important, is release. Often we have a goal and then we keep checking in on it. Oh, it's not here yet. It's not here. You want us to let it go, and that actually really helps us achieve it more
to bring
than
it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to just say, okay, I'm doing my part. I trust that the universe will meet me halfway. I don't know the timing. I don't know the house. I do me, and I trust the rest will follow.
That's like true manifestation.
Yeah.
Manifestation.
Manifestation, yes.
Jessie, thanks. We'll have more of this conversation on the Channel 3 app coming up, but thank you so much.
Thank you both. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.